I am Kunka Bhimalingappa, pursuing PhD in Sri Krishna Devaraya University, Anantapuram, under the guidance of Dr. M. Nagendra Garu in the domain of networks and subdomain congestion control. And my research topic is reduction of congestion in disaster scenario without directly restricting call duration by reducing communication demand. Now I heartily welcome Dr. B. Satyanarayana Garu, Professor, Head and BOS Chairman, Dr. N. Geetanjali Garu, Professor T. Bhaskar Reddy Garu, Professor and my guide M. Nagendra Garu, Dr. V. Raghunatha Reddy Garu, Dr. J. Kezia Rani Garu, and Dr. P. Devaraju Garu. These are my contents. What is domain? What is subdomain? Name of the research topic and its justification, existing and proposed systems, network simulator, its installation and simulation, and finally results and conclusion. It is good struck. Coming to the domain, domain is okay, networking. So what do you mean by say networking? Networking means connecting people together. So networking is not about just connecting people, it is about connecting people with people, people with ideas, and people with okay, opportunities. And coming to the subdomain, that is okay, congestion control. First, what do you mean by say that is the congestion? The congestion in the network occurs when it has more load okay, than its capacity. So it is going to occur when there is a difference in data transmission speeds. If the incoming rate is more than the outgoing data rate, then the congestion occurs. So the congestion, it is going to lead to okay, increase in delay, high overhead, increase in packet loss, and it is going to decrease the okay, performance of the network. Now let me explain with an example in more detail what do you mean by say that is the congestion. Here there are 30 nodes labeled okay, 1 through 30. Here the circles represents the nodes. Here we have 4 senders and 4 receivers. The 4 senders are node 1, node 27, node 15 and node 7. These are the senders. And coming to the receivers, there are 4 receivers, node 17, node 6, node 28 and node 22 are the receiver nodes labeled R1 through R4 respectively. The 4 senders, namely S1 through S4, they are transmitting data to the receivers R1 through R4 respectively. Here the senders are only transmitting data, whereas the receivers are only receiving data. The senders are not directly transmitting their data to their respective receivers, but they are transmitting data via some other nodes. There is no direct path, so via indirect path they are transmitting data. Here node 2 is transmitting one data which is in blue color, which is sent by the sender S1. So node 2 is receiving and that is sending, whereas node 1 is only sending the data. And if you carefully observe, 2 or more data transmissions are intersecting at some nodes. For example, if you take the node 3, here 3 data transmissions are intersecting. So the node 3 has 3 inflows and 3 outflows. In a similar fashion, if I take say node 5, at node 5 3 data, only 2 data transmission paths are intersecting. Which are labeled in red color and blue with dotted lines. If you carefully observe node 4, here 4 data transmissions are intersecting. Therefore, the node 4 has 4 incomings and 4 outgoings. At a given node, if 2 or more data transmission paths are okay intersecting, and if the sums of the incoming data is more than the sums of the outgoing data, then the congestion is going to occur at that okay particular node. So the S1 is taking the path for its okay data transmission to its desired okay destination node. We are all known that okay S1 is okay transmitting data to the node R1, and it is going to get okay transferred via the path that is 2, 3, 4. So S1 is okay transmitting data to the node R1, that is okay 17, via the node 2, 3, 4. In a similar fashion, the sender S2 is transmitting data to the okay receiver 2 via the nodes 26, 25, 3, 4, 5, and finally 6. In a similar fashion, if I take the okay sender S3, which is the node 15, transmitting data to its receiver, namely that is R3, which is 28 here, via the nodes 5, 4, 3, 25, 24, and finally there is 28. So that is the path for the sender S3. In a similar fashion, the sender S4 is taking a path via the nodes 8, 4, 18, and finally that is 22, which is the designated receiver. So we just need to note that if there are two or more data transmission paths are okay intersecting at a particular node, and if there is a difference in data transmission rates of incoming and outgoing data rates, the congestion is going to occur at that okay particular node. So that is what in brief about what is domain and subdomain. And coming to okay my research topic, this is okay my okay research topic. There is reduction of congestion in disaster okay scenario by reducing communication demand without okay directly restricting the call duration. Particularly, we are interested in congestion control in catastrophic or say disaster okay situation. So this disasters are unexpected incidents. So when this disaster occurs, too many people, they are going to try to make their calls to their beloved ones at the same time. Because of this reason, a congestion is going to occur. So we are interested in how you can reduce this congestion in disaster scenario. So when disaster occurs, many people make calls at the same time. As a result, the network becomes congested, making it difficult for people to communicate with each other. Even though we have the social service network such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and etc., and also disaster emergency service centers, most people still prefer to make to their beloved ones the voice calls. It is not getting changed into presentation mode. So sooner the congestion is released, immediately the people can contact each other. So recovery is the most important task during this disaster time, because of the reason that even the robust and reliable networks suffer damage. However, the countermeasures against disaster congestion are important as well. Coming to this existing system, as we all know, routing provides a ways for suitable path selection within the network. So it is going to provide the communication between routers and processes data packet from source to destination by selecting a suitable path between the sender and the receiver. So designing a routing protocol is a very challenging task, because the occurrence of this congestion, it is going to be depends on this routing mechanism that what you are going to use. So a good routing protocol avoids congestion in the network by increasing network throughput and decreasing its overhead. So the network performance, it is going to be depends on the selection of the routing protocol, which makes sure the timely and successful transmission of data packets with improved throughput. Many routing protocols have been proposed, which can be broadly classified as proactive and reactive. So we have various routing protocols, namely DSR routing protocol, which stands for dynamic source routing protocol, or DSDV, which stands for destination sequence distance vector, AODV, which stands for ad hoc on demand distance vector. So the best example for this proactive routing protocol is this DSDV, whereas the best example for this reactive routing protocol is AODV, and we have the best example for this hybrid, that is hybrid, which is a combination of proactive and reactive, that is DSR. We are going to propose a method for restricting the number of people that involves assigning a group of users a specific time within a certain period. So during that time only, right, people are supposed to make their calls. So that is what about our methodology. We are going to fix a time. So during that time only, a certain group of people are going to make their calls. We are going to group the people, and for each group we are going to give a specific time. So during that time only, right, they can make their calls. Yes. Of course, they can receive call at any time. There is no restriction on that, but they are supposed to make a call during the specific time. So even if the people try to make the calls to their beloved ones other than the specified time, then they are unable to connect, because of the reason that it is not going to get connected. So sooner they understand that trying is pointless. Very few people will continue to trying to make calls, and after several wasted attempts they will understand that trying is pointless, and they stop trying. So I am going to make use that is a network simulator. So what is this network simulator? It is an open source simulator. It is designed for research in computer networks. So doing real experiment on real network is difficult, time consuming, and expensive. So because of this reason, we are going to experiment on the virtual network on only one computer by using this network simulator. Being it is virtual, we can experiment on the network as many times as we need till we get the desired results. Once you are satisfied with the results, then only you can experiment on the real network. So the main use of this virtual network is that it is going to reduce your cost, because after you are getting the correct results while you are implementing on the virtual network, which is provided by this network simulator, then only you are going to make your real experiment on real network. The system has got, it is not changing into a slide mode. Just a second, let me try to keep it in PowerPoint, that is full slide mode. Let me close this once and reopen. It has got stuck. It is not even getting close. Only I can, let me close directly. What will happen? No. So there is a problem. It has got stuck. Yeah. And coming to the architecture of this network simulator, it looks as follows. So this is the architecture of this network simulator. We are going to use tool command language, that is TCL simulation script, and it has C++ and OTCL simulation objects, and this TCL with classes, it acts as interface between this simulation objects, and when you execute this or script, it is going to produce two more it is going to produce two results, that is a name file and trace file. Yeah, now it has changed. Now it becomes easy for me to explain the things. Okay. I have discussed right about okay all these things. Now we are talking about that is okay network simulator. Just now right we came to know about right what is this okay network simulator. It is the open source okay software designed for okay research in computer okay network, and we have discussed about the okay, architecture. So these are the okay, different terms that you can find with respect to this what that is architecture. Okay, TCL okay stands for tool command language. TCL which stands for okay TCL okay with classes, and then we have okay NAM, that is okay network okay simulator, and then we have that is the okay trace file. So now we are going to discuss okay in little more about what is this okay what you say TCL trace file and okay NAM file. So what is this okay TCL is this? It is the name of the okay TCL script file which defines the simulation scenario. So in the script file you are going to define the topology, its okay transmission time, the protocols right that okay what we are going to use, how we can okay starting time, sending time, that is start and okay stop times, application agents and all. So when we execute this okay scenario file, it is going to produce okay this trace file and NAM file. So what is this okay trace file is this? All the information about the communication is okay written okay in this file. I'm going to show you very shortly what are the contents of this okay trace file and okay NAM file. And what is this NAM file is? It is used to visualize the simulation. So we have mainly the following with respect to this network simulator, that is FTP, which stands for okay file transfer okay protocol, that is which comes under application layer, right? That is FTP and okay CBR. FTP CBR stands for okay constant bit rate, and under okay transport protocol we have TCP and okay UDP. TCP stands for okay transmission control protocol. UDP stands for user datagram protocol. IP stands for okay internet protocol, and at so this is what about this okay in more detail about that is okay this network simulator. TCP and two bottom layers are ready automatically when a node is okay setting up. So TCP and UDP are in transport layer, whereas FTP and okay CB are okay in okay application layers. And these are the steps okay for installation. There are about okay some 25 steps okay that are to be followed in order to get okay install your network okay simulator. So after this right you have to okay install your okay after installing this okay software, okay, then we can okay use it. I am skipping this part of this okay installation due to yeah. I have skipped this part. Now you are going to okay look at implementation of various topologies in the okay network okay simulator. After that, we will see about okay link state okay routing protocol, and then multicast network, and then okay congestion window. Okay. Yeah, and this is okay our okay software. So we have okay dual OS in this okay system, that is okay Ubuntu and okay network okay simulator. So you have to give the okay following command. Our okay software is on desktop, so change directory to desktop. Sorry, change directory to desktop. Press enter, and this is our okay software, that is NSG network simulator generator version 2. So you need to give the okay following command before when you java space -jar space NSG, must be in okay uppercase, NSG2 dot jar so a window is going to get opened like this. So here you have, that is system scenario window and about. So yeah, by giving this command okay I have opened my okay software. So in the scenario you have to select new wider okay wireless okay scenario, and then you have to place the nodes okay wherever you want to place, and you have to okay establish okay link between the nodes, and then you have to add this okay agents and then the applications, right? So under node we have various okay options: single node okay, horizontal chain, vertical chain, grid okay, and random. So now let me okay explain things okay. in parallel. So this is the system. Under this system, you have that is exit. Whenever you want to come out of this window or say close this, then you can use that. And then under scenario, we have this new wide scenario and wireless scenario. Under so under this scenario, if it is like a wide network, then you have to select this new wide scenario. So when you click on this new wide scenario, you are going to get like this. So here you have file draw mode. So under this file you have that is a close. Under this draw you have this if you want to write manually or by using a tool, right, you can write, that is hand mode or send. Automatically with the help of this software we can do that. So under this hand you have, so if you want to draw with hand, free hand, you can draw. So under this node you have single vertical, as I said, single, vertical, horizontal and all. So using this single option, you can create one node at a time by taking the cursor position to the place where you wanted to create that node. Suppose if I want to create a node over here, right, you can just click mouse over there, like this. So wherever you want to create, as many number of nodes, right, you wanted to create, right, you can create. There is no restriction on that. So that is what about say this node. Let me take a fresh or say new scenario. So next feature is what, that is a vertical chain. So under this when you just select that vertical chain in a column fashion, right, if you want to create two or more nodes with a certain distance between the nodes. These are default values, right? If you want to change these values, right, you can change, it is up to you. Suppose at this place I just wanted to create using this vertical chain. If you just click the mouse over there, so it is going to create a 5 number of nodes labeled 0 through 4, that is n0 through n4. These numbers are automatically generated. So if you want to clear, you have to reduce this grid size, so like this. So it has created 5 number of nodes. In a similar fashion, if you want to create in a horizontal or say row fashion 2 or more nodes, when you need to create 2 or more nodes, then you can go for the usage of this feature, that is chain. So if I want to create a say, these are the values, default values that what I have got. If you want to make some changes to these values, right, you can make, it is up to you. And if I want to get created at this place, you just take a cursor to that position and you just click, so it is going to create that many number of nodes, right? That whatever the value you have here. So here you have okay 5. So 0 through 4, okay 4, okay n0 through n4, okay 4. And this node there will be okay uniform okay distance okay between these nodes. So that is what this okay horizontal chain. And if you want to create nodes in okay tabular form also, right, you can create. So that is what this okay great. So before that okay let me okay take a fresh scenario or window, okay, new wide scenario. And before that okay let me maybe are getting that untitled. So here okay let it be known, we will see. Yeah, yeah, we are talking about that is a grid. It is a combination of that is a vertical and okay horizontal chain. So in a row wise and okay column wise, if you want to create say some number of nodes, then you can go for the usage of okay this feature here. So in case of this okay grid, you will have see both okay vertical and okay horizontal distance. These are the default values okay 5. So in addition to this okay distance, you will also have that is row size and okay column size. So that is here row size is 5 and column size is 5. So 5 into 5, that is okay 25 number of nodes it is going to get created. So it has created okay 25 number of nodes. So you are known that the numbers are okay automatically okay given. So n0 through n, see here, n0 through n4. This is first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row. In each row you have say there is a 5 number of nodes. So there is 5 into 5, that is 25 number of nodes it has okay it has got okay created. So in a similar fashion, if you want to create randomly at okay some positions, okay, then you can go for usage of this. So you will have okay range, the region or say area. So within that okay area only this number of nodes, right, that whatever you have selected they are going to get created. So if I just okay click a mouse, then this okay numbers okay they are going to get okay 5 number of nodes are going to get created okay randomly. See here I have clicked but randomly okay at a different okay places they have got created. So 0 through 4, so you can observe this okay 5 number of nodes okay they have got okay created. So like this you can create. That is what about this okay feature, that is a random. Next now okay coming to this link, first you need to create okay some nodes. Suppose for example this is okay first node and this is the second node and this is okay third node and okay this is the okay fourth node, that is labeled okay n3. And if you want to okay establish like a link between some or okay all of these nodes, right, then you can go for the usage of the feature that is a link. Under this link you have okay these many okay subfields: link type, queue type, capacity, delay and queue size. So here I have got okay under this link type you have okay simplex and duplex. Under this queue type you have various okay types of queues like RED, okay Vegas, yeah sorry RED, okay fair queue, DRR, okay deficit okay round robin queue, FQ okay stands for fair queue, RED okay stands for okay rapid early detection, SFQ okay stands for stochastic fair queue, and CBQ okay stands for that is a class okay based queue. So by default you will have that is okay drop time okay queue. So and then yeah, under link you have okay that is link type you have okay duplex and simplex. So if there is an acknowledgement, then you can go for this okay duplex. So it provides okay that is okay two-way communication. Simplex okay that is okay one-way communication. So if there is no acknowledgement, then you can go for that is this okay simplex type. So it is up to you, right? Whatever the link type, right, that you wanted to use, right, you can use. So for that okay what you need to do, you just okay click on any one node and then okay click on another node like this. So a link is going to get okay established, okay simplex link, that is okay 0 to 3 it says. And then if you want to say okay use a duplex link, and if you want to have okay duplex link between say n1 to okay n2, then first you need to uh, point the mouse to that node, so it is going to get okay changed into a color. When you click on that, first it is going to get changed into a green color. So this is the first node. So with this node, right, I just wanted to okay get connected. So first you need to okay point the mouse okay to that node. So first it is going to shown in okay red color, and when you click it is going to okay establish okay link okay labeled with what say there is a duplex. So it is a two-way communication, therefore from okay like what you say, whether there is no confusion, right? Two-way means n1 whether n1 is, we can have okay data transmission from okay n1 to n2 as well as that is a n to n1. Simplex means we can transfer data okay from only 0 to 3 but not from okay 3 to 0, therefore clearly it has shown okay like this. So that is what okay about this okay link. And coming to this okay agent, first okay let me explain using this uh, slide after that. Yeah, not this one. Yeah, this is the software okay that what we're using. Yeah, it is not working, it has got a stuck. The system is experiencing some problem, it is getting a stuck due to yeah, this is okay our PPT. Yeah, under this agent you have TCP and okay UDP. So TCP it provides an okay acknowledgement. UDP okay does not provide an acknowledgement. UDP is a faster, it can be used for okay short distances. whenever your sender is TCP, then the receiver must be TCP sync. If you are using this UDP as a sender, then you have to use null as a receiver. So for TCP we can use say duplex communication, whereas for UDP either you can use say simplex or duplex. It is up to you, right? Yeah. So that is what about agent. Under this application you have CBR and FTP. You can use this FTP for TCP, whereas we can use this CBR for UDP. And then you have this what we say parameters. So let me explain now clearly what are this agent. So under this agent, what you have, that is TCP and packets size. So so for TCP here itself you are getting its packet size. Yeah. And this is basic type, and these are the various types under this TCP: Tahoe, Reno, New Reno, Vegas. So whatever the TCP right that you may use, basic or say special type at the sender side, you have to use this TCP sync at the receiver side. And if the agent type at the sender is a UDP, then you have to use this agent type at the receiver side as a null, right? Suppose for example, yeah, if n1 is transmitting data to say n2, then what you need to do, you can select this agent type, and then you just click on that node. That is TCP 0. N1 is but TCP 0. If you think that if you are N1 is transmitting data to N2, then you have to take this as a TCP sync. Like this. Let me take a fresh window. Scenario, new wide scenario. Suppose these are the two links. These are the nodes, and this is the link. I am taking a default values itself. I am taking a duplex. And then you're talking about this agent, no? So if you think that this N0 is transmitting data to some other node, then you can just click on drag and click, so that that agent is going to get added like this. If you think that this okay N0 is transmitting okay data to this okay N3, then you have to select this TCP sync and you have to okay add that to this node. And then you have to okay establish a link between. You should not okay forget to establish a link between this agent types, okay, that is TCP0 and sync. So for that, what you need to do, you just need to click on them so that you are going to get a link between the okay agent types in a okay red color in a similar fashion. Suppose if you are okay, if you want to okay transfer data from okay node N2 to say node N1, then you can select this okay UDP and you just click on the node and you can just drag and leave so that that agent okay UDP is going to get okay added okay to this node N2. I told you that when the agent is a UDP, then you have to use this okay null as a, you have to use the okay agent type null okay for the receiver. So you want to transfer from N2 to N1, so this will okay become what, that is receiver. So that okay you can add. After this you have to okay establish a link between this okay agent types, that is UDP and okay null. So this is what about that is a agent. Next, coming to this okay application. So under this okay, when you click on this, you are going to get application type, start time and stop time with the default values. So under application type you have that is FTP and okay CBR. You can use this okay FTP for, that is the TCP. So this is the TCP. So for that right you can add okay like this. So we just okay, yeah, to move the okay cursor, and then you have to use this CBR forward, that is okay UDP. So this is your UDP. So for this okay UDP, right, you are supposed to add that. So when the application type is a CPR, in addition to this okay start time and okay stop time, you have this packet size. If the agent is TCP, so under the agent tab itself, right, you are going to get this okay packet size. So if the agent type is okay UDP, then the packet size okay you are going to get under the okay application type, that is okay CBR. So this is what okay how to okay remember that. So after this this is what about this. Next you have to go to this okay parameters. So in the parameters you have to give this under simulation tab okay you have this simulation time, trace file and name file. So you must okay take care that the name of trace and okay num files is going to be the same, right? This is what you are supposed to do. Okay, so now we are going to look at implementation of okay various okay topologies, right, okay in the network. So go to the, already I have created this okay what you say, that is topologies okay and okay networks. So just okay directly I wanted to go to this. Yeah, after this, right, you have to close this. Yeah, when you close this site, you will get to this okay terminal. I have created okay so many TCL okay scripts. Let me okay, these are okay some star dot okay TCL. So coming to this okay topologies, yeah. Mm, this is like a command for execution, that is okay ns space ring dot TCL. So you just like a click over here. This is a yeah, here you have okay five number of nodes okay labeled 0 through of 4. So let me take this okay, yeah. If you want to change like a layout, okay, you can do that. And if you want to okay simulate, you can just okay click on this okay play button. And if you want to okay increase this okay speed, right, you can increase. Watch carefully what will happen. So here some okay data transmission is okay taking place, that is from node 0 to okay node n3. Okay, it was started at okay first unit of time. If you want to okay, increase its okay speed, right, you can increase. And you can know the okay quality of the service parameters. Yeah. Here there are okay. So go to this okay terminal. It has got okay closed. You are know what is the command. -jar space. First of all, right, you that right, you are there in the directory desktop. So change directory to desktop. After this you have to give this command, maybe yeah. Yeah, this is a command for num file. If it is okay, already created dam space r1 dot num. Yeah, there is a mistake in the command, that is num. So here there are 6 number of nodes, right, which are connected in a ring fashion. So if you want to change the alignment like this, right, you can change. It is up to you. After this, this is zoom in and this is zoom out. So that is zoom in, this is zoom out. And so this is node up is enabled, node down is enabled. Okay, we don't need that. I have to simulate. So at the time of creation of this scenario, there are two senders, that is 0, only one sender and 2 receivers. N0 is transmitting data to N3 and N0 is transmitting data to N2. And I have used like different agents, right? So from 1 to 3, first data transfer will takes place, and then after completion of the first data transfer, second data transfer is going to takes place at 3.5 time, and it is going to ends at 5.5 time, right? So the for first data transfer I am using the agent as what that is a FTP. As here I have two data transfers. I am using two different colors. For first data transfer I am using a blue color, and for second data transfer I am using a green color. Yeah. So the sender is same, but receivers are different. Okay. So the first data transfer is let me start this simulation, right, so that we can come to know here. Node 0 is going to start its data transmission at 1.0. right now time is 0.7. so when it reaches 1.0, node 0 will starts its data transmission, and it is going to transfer to node N3, that is in blue color. That is all the information I have. See, node 0 is transmitting data to node 3 via this 1 and 2. So how long it will transfer? Till the timer reaches third unit of time. So right now time is 1.8. when it reaches If you want to increase the speed, right, you can slightly increase and click on this play button. So when this you can here observe when it reaches 3, this point, it is going to get stopped. You can observe that 0 to 3. So we have crossed that 3, so it has got stopped. Now the second data transfer is going to get started at 3.5. Right now it is 3.3. So very shortly the second data transfer is going to takes place at 3.5. So let me click on this again, play. So now the time is 3.5. So the second data transfer is started, that is from node 0 to n0 to node n2. That is in green color. That is in green color. 0 to 2 via 1. So in a similar fashion, we have the other topologies, namely that is mesh topology and star topology. So in a case of ring topology, nodes are connected, that is end to end. So here you are known that there are 6 number of nodes, therefore you need 5 number of links. So it means to say, in general, if there are say n number of nodes, these n number of nodes are connected end to end in the form of a ring by using say that is n minus 1 links. N minus 1 or say n, that is n links. There are 6 number of nodes, right? 0 through 5 in the sense. This is link 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is 6. So in the sense, it is not n minus 1, it is the number of links in the case of this ring topology is exactly equals to that is number of nodes, I can say. So this is what about ring topology. Now we are going to discuss about mesh topology. So in case of this mesh topology, every node is connected to every other node. So if there are say 5 number of nodes, then every node will have 4 number of links, because that node is connected to every other node, right? So if there are say 5 number of nodes labeled n1 through n5, if I want to, and every node is connected to every other node. So if you select this node n1, then this node must be connected to all other remaining 4 nodes. So in case of this mesh topology, if there are n number of nodes, then for every node will have n minus 1 number of links. Every node will have, that is n minus 1 number of links. Then what would be the total number of links in case of this mesh topology when you have say n number of nodes? That is n into n minus 1 by 2, right? N into n minus 1 by 2. So if there are say 5 number of nodes, then we can say 5 into 5 minus 1 by 2. 5 minus 1 is, that is a 4, 4 by 2 is a 2, 5 into 2 is 10. So we will have said that is 10 number of links. So in general we can say, if there are say n number of nodes, every node will have, that is n minus 1 links, and the total number of links in the case of this mesh topology will be n into n minus 1 by 2. So now let me there is a I have written like a script okay for this mesh topology. Okay, let me okay select that okay file name, that is I think okay okay, is there a link okay by name, say that is a mesh, yeah, see here okay mesh, and this is okay mesh topology. So let me okay, if you want to okay execute okay once again you can execute, otherwise already have executed. So namespace mesh dot naman. So this is the mesh topology. It has got stuck here okay. Okay, if you want to okay change the layout of this, you can change. I think three some nodes are okay overlapped. Yeah, now it is working. So it has yeah. So this is the mesh topology. There are okay 5 number of nodes. So in case of this okay mesh topology, let us okay simulate. There are okay 2 senders and okay 2 receivers. So here you have different okay senders and okay same receiver. Earlier you had okay same sender and 2 different okay receivers. So click on this okay simulation. Here okay N4 will okay transmit data to N1 okay at first okay from first unit of time to the okay second unit of time, that is in red color. N4 okay will transmit okay data to N1C in okay red color. Till how long? Till the timer reaches okay second unit of time. After that N3 okay will start its okay data transmission to the same node, that is okay N1. So now we have reached that okay second unit of time, so it has got stopped. So it is going to okay, it is going to be idle till we reach the third unit of time. So at third unit of time, node 3 is going to okay transfer its data to okay node N1, right? You just continue, click on this okay, play button. Watch carefully. Node N3 is going to okay, transfer data to N1. Starts at okay, third unit of time. We are about to reach. Yeah. Now we have reached almost 2.9. Yeah, 3.0. Yeah, start. Node 3 is okay, transmitting data to node N1, that is taking place, that is in blue color. So how long it is going to transfer is till we reach, that is okay, fourth unit of time. So now the time is 3.7. So when it reaches 4.0, it is going to get stopped. Watch carefully. So it has got stopped. And the simulation is going to okay, get ended. Whatever the time, right, that what you are given. So this is what about that is what you say, that is mesh topology. Now we are going to okay, look at okay, one more topology, namely that is star topology. So here I have already created okay, some scripts okay, related for this star topology, okay, by name say star 1 star, right? So you can okay, select okay, any one of these two, right? If you want to okay, ns star okay 1 okay dot tcl. Yeah, I have executed this. So this is like a star topology. Yeah, here there is okay, overlapping of nodes, so we can edit this okay, view. See, there are okay, some 6 number of nodes. Okay, there are some 6 okay, number of nodes with respect to this okay, star. And you can okay, simulate this okay, topology. So data transfer is okay, must takes place okay, via this central node, right, that is node n0. Here there will be okay, one central node to which okay, all other nodes are connected. See. See here, node 1 is okay, transmitting data to node 6. It is started at okay, 1 unit of time, and it is going to be continued okay, till yeah, second unit of time. So till the okay, end of your okay, simulation time, it is going to okay, continued. If I go through that script, right, we can understand, right, what is there in this star topology, right? If you want, let me show one. Yeah, gedit star or star one I have used. Yeah, star one, dot tcl. So this is a script. There are 6 number of nodes as you are known. Not 6, that is 7. So these are the links and orientations. Yeah. Only one data transmission, that is from 1 to 2, right? Only one agent is here. So one application. And then you have taken this simulation time as well. That is 4. So from 3 to 4 it is simply going to be get idle. So this is what about that. So from what to what the data transfer is taking place, that is from node n1 to node 6, node n1 to node n6, right? So that is what about topologies. Now we are going to look at link state routing algorithm. Nam space link yes, link yes, both are there, one and yes, you can choose any one. Already have executed, so directly I'm going to run this without wasting our time. So there is an overlap. So if you want to edit this, right, you can edit. So let us simulate this. Yeah. So these are the costs I have given. I have uh, four different costs. Okay, 1 4 5 7. So it is going to select. Okay, I wanted to transfer data from node 0 to node n6. Okay, how it is going to takes place. Let us see. It is taking the path 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 6, because that is shortest path. That is the shortest path. Can increase the speed. The data transmission is taking place from 0 to 6 via 1 2 3 4. So this is what this is how you can find the shortest path in the network. And then multicast network. Namespace multicast network 1.tcl. Multicast network 1.tcl. Multicast. Yeah, I have created both by name 1 and 2. Okay. Let me close this. It seems I have opened it twice. Let me close even this one, and later open freshly. When it gets closed, then we'll open. Go to the terminal. Change directory to desktop, and then just a second. Yeah, Java space hyphen Java. Yeah, that is not required. Okay. Let me try that one. Yeah, ns space multi cast network 1.tcl. Maybe I think we are given the file name wrongly. Okay, because of this. Okay, it was happened. See here, there are 5 number of nodes labeled 0 through 4. Here N0 and N3 are senders, and N1, N2, N4 are receivers. Here they can leave and join. Here first N1 is going to start his data transmission, and then no, senders are N0 and N3, and at different points of times this N1 the receivers are going to join into the network, and the receivers they join and leave, and they can rejoin. So that is what here there are two data transfers. First data transfer that is from 1 to 4, and second data transfer that is from 4.5 to 7. While this data transfers are taking place, some nodes are joining and then they leave, and then they can resign. So that is what here N1 is going first N0 will starts it's a data transmission. It is going to start at 1.0, but no one receiver is ready. At 1.2 node N1 is going to join into the network. See, we can observe node N1 is has joined the network. So now the data transmission is taking place from node N0 to node N1, and it will be continued at after some time at 1.5 unit of time node N2 is going to join the network. So you just continue. Now we have reached we have reached this 1.5. so node N2 is also joined the network, therefore data is taking place for both nodes, that is 1 and 2 from node N0, and then after some more time, that is 2.2, node N4 is going to start join the network. So to node N4 is also going to the data transmission is going to take place from 2.2 onwards. So now time is 1.5. So when we reach, that is 2.2. So now 1.8, 1.9, 2.0, 2.1. We are about to reach that is 2.2. so already we have reached, that is 2.2. 09, right? So you just play. So yeah, at 2.2 node N4 has signed. So for node N4 also the data transmission is taking place. So now the data transmission is taking place to the nodes 1 to 4 from the node N0, node N0. Now the data transmission is taking place for all the three nodes 1 to 4 from the node N0, but node N0 is going to node N1 is going to leave the network at 3.0 time. Right now the time is 2.4. When we reach 3.0, so the data transmission is going to get stopped for that node N1, but it is going to be continued for N2 and N4. So at 3.0, right, you just check whether is but this data transmission is going to get ended at 4.0. So still we have time, so no need to think about that. So when we reach this 3.0, the data transmission is going to get stopped for node N1. That's what I'm going to show you now. When we reach 3.0, right now the time is 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9. See, watch carefully. 2.8 right now. When we reach 3.0 to node N1, it is going to get stopped. So watch carefully. So we have reached, that is 3.0 we have crossed. So for node 1 it has got stopped. For node 2 is going to leave the network at 3.5. So for node 2 also it is going to get stopped. You just watch carefully. Right now 3.1. When we reach 3.5, it is also get stopped for node 2. 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. Yeah, now we are it is 3.4. When we reach 3.5, 3.5, yeah, we have reached this 3.5. So for node N2 is also has got stopped. Now at 3.8, node N4 is going to leave the network. So for node N4 it is going to get stopped at 3.8. Right now the time is 3.5. See, 3.6, 7. Yeah, we have reached 8. Therefore for node N4 is also the data transmission has been stopped. Now these nodes, they are going to rejoin the network. So at a consecutive with a time gap, they are going to rejoin the network. So first node N1 is going to rejoin the network at 4.2. So now till now this node N0 was transmitting data, and it's transmission is going to get stopped at 4.0. Right now the time is 3.8. So but all the nodes are left. Therefore no transmission is taking place, and it is going to but it is waiting to ready, but no one is yeah. Now we have reached this 4.0. So it has the data transmission one has been stopped. Now I told you that N0 and N3 are senders, and remaining 3 nodes are receivers. So the second data transmission has been started at 4.5 unit of time. So we have and remaining three nodes are designed. So for all the receivers 1 to 4, the data transmission is taking place, and they are going to remain in the network, and the simulation is going to its data transmission is going to ended at 7th unit of time. The second data transfer is going to get ended at 7th unit of time. So now it has we have crossed that 7th unit of time, so it has got stopped. So this is what that is multicast network. So in case of this multicast network, that is nodes can join and leave the network, and they can rejoin. Yeah, that is what about this multicast network. Next, so that is what about this topologies, link state routing protocol, and multicast network. Thank you so much for listening. Say patiently. We are going to meet your next video with a different topic. Till then, bye bye. Take care and see you. Once again, thank you so much. Yeah, it is. Yes. Stop recording.